Hello and good morning. We are here this morning at the Merritt Island. We're at Black Point Wildlife Drive here in Florida, and they don't have change, and it's $10 to drive through this thing, so we paid 20. You know what? We could have paid 25. There's Casey. We could have paid 25 and had an annual pass, but this will be the only time we're here this year. So anyway, it's pretty cool. We're excited. As is typical in Florida, our lenses are fogging up. We rode here with our camera bags in the trunk, but the trunk was still cool enough to make the lenses fog up when we get them out in the Florida heat and humidity, which is not that hot and uncomfortable this morning. But we are going to roll through this thing. I think it's 7 miles or 7.5. I think Casey may drive while Heather and I do photography, so that'll be different. And let's get started. Well, we are rolling through. I'm in the back seat. Heather's in the passenger front seat, and Casey is driving. And what have you found up there, Heather?
Sorry.
So far we've seen, what have we seen? We saw a little blue. We saw a tricolor, both herons,
And Hinga.
and Hinga. We saw a kingfisher but didn't get a shot.
Actually,
They're very elusive. There goes a tricolor just flying right by.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is Heather's photograph of an anhinga. All the Z50 pictures are Heather's, and I made a photograph of this same bird, but I believe Heather's came out better, so I did not include mine in the video. Here is Heather's tricolored heron photograph. I think this thing is just majestic. What a great photograph she made here. I like this one quite a bit. Okay, so here comes my first photo. It's an out of focus in-flight photograph of a little blue heron. I know the photo is out of focus, but there's just something about it that I really like. It's kind of artistic looking for some reason. And this is the same little blue heron after it landed. At least this one's in focus. And I like this one quite a bit too, but I don't know, there's just something about that previous picture with its out of focusness that I like. Okay, here is a anhinga almost silhouetted, another one of my photos. And this photo is just okay, but I thought I'd put it in there. It looks kind of, there's something kind of crazy looking about that one. Here is a little blue heron in flight photo that I made. I'm not sure, it may be that same one from the two previous pictures, or it could be a different one. I'm not sure. We are still rolling down the Black Point Wildlife Drive. Did see a reddish egret, which I think is the first for me. It was a good 100 yards off the driving path, so while I was able to get a photograph, I certainly didn't get a good one. We've seen 2 or 3 little blues. They always end up on my side of the car, so Heather hasn't gotten a little blue picture yet, but I've gotten 2 or 3 that are somewhat acceptable, and that's kind of a highlight. Of course, I got a little blue back at Disney's Contemporary Resort 2 days ago, so but they're still pretty special for us. Okay, here's a pretty decent photograph of a great blue heron. You know, I can photograph these all day back home in Tennessee, but I like the way the light was on this one, so I went ahead and made this photograph. And then here it is, the reddish egret. This is the only one I've ever seen and photographed, and I cropped this photograph quite a bit, and then I still did a zoom so you could see the bird up close. Now these are listed as threatened in their conservation status. All the rest of these are stable, but the reddish is a threatened bird. Here is a little blue heron. I love these, and you don't get many of these back home, but we saw quite a few of them in Florida, so that was really cool. Well, Heather got her little blue heron, and she got it eating a frog, so that's pretty cool. And we're proceeding to proceed. Okay, so here is Heather's photograph of the little blue heron with the frog, and I got basically the same photograph. Our edit is a little bit different, but the biggest difference is the background of her photograph is not nearly as blurred out as mine, and that's because she's at 400 millimeters and f6.3, and I'm at 500 and 5.6. You doing all right up there, Casey?
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
It is definitely Little Blue Heron Day. Now we've seen some juveniles as well as we make our way around the loop. So when little blue herons are juvenile, they're solid white. almost no blue to them at all. Still very, very beautiful, and I was happy to make this photograph here of this little blue. Well, we're up here on a platform now, about 10 feet above a salt marsh. As soon as I came up the stairs, I spooked 4 great blue heron, and I've seen a tricolored, but that's about it from up here. I'm sure there's plenty of other stuff. We've heard lots of common gallinule calling, but we haven't seen them. So we didn't get any photographs from that platform that we were just on in the last clip, but here's a great blue heron up close headshot that I made pretty near that platform. And here are a couple of common gallinule that I photographed, and Heather got some photographs of these as well that I'll show you in just a moment. But this photo here is my favorite photo that Heather made the entire day, and it's of a palm warbler in a tree. We saw several of these, but Heather was the only one to get a decent photograph. Now here are a couple of Heather's photographs of the common gallinule. This first one has both birds, and I think the second one just has one. But she did a really great job of capturing the reflections in the water and all the beautiful colors. So I really like these. And then here is an anole that she made a photograph of. I think this was on the stairs leading up to the platform that Casey and I were on a moment ago. Okay, we left the Black Point Wildlife Loop and we've come down to where the road comes on to the island, and we're at Parrish Park taking some pictures of some birds near a boat ramp. The girls had already gotten in the car at the end of the loop, but I had one little thing I wanted to walk up a little ways and check out, and I heard something that sounded like thunder in the distance, and then I realized it wasn't thunder. It was a really, really big animal growling at me. I never saw it, so I don't know how big it was, but it was an alligator, and you know, I know alligators don't attack adult humans, but it scared me. It really did. So the girls were in the car, and I wanted them to come over because I had to go past the growling sound to get to the parking area. And so I was telling the girls, get in the car and come get me, but they didn't hear that. And Heather started wobbling towards me with her not fully recovered broken foot. Not on foot, in the car. Anyway, so they came and got me and rescued me. And now we're doing some more bird photography over here. What is that? Oh, it's just a gull. Heather made a couple of photographs of this cute little bird that we think is probably a ruddy turnstone. Super cute little bird. I'd never seen one before. There was a few wobbling around there at the place near a boat ramp, and she got these with the Z50 and the Tamron. And then this, I think, is a first winter laughing gull that I made a photograph of in a very similar area to where she got those photographs. And this is a headshot of a black vulture, and you know, we get these all over the place back home, but it was pretty cool to get one really, really close, so I made the shot. And now we're stopping in Titusville at a place that David Akubian recommended called Donuts for You. Okay, David. David Akubian says that the Angel Cream here is the best donut in the U.S. Heather got the chocolate covered Angel Cream. It was the last one. Casey got a donut with chocolate chips on top, and she ate it so fast I didn't get any video. Alright, thanks for watching our trip to Merritt Island and Donuts for You. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, hit the bell and all that stuff. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.